Well, Joe, thanks for being here. We're excited to be working with you. And tell us a little bit about yourself and about Mayfield, which is such a great school.
Sure. Thank you so much. So I'm in my third year here at Mayfield Junior School as the head of school. I've been an educator for close to 35 years, mostly here in the Los Angeles, Southern California area. I'm a California, LA native. I love this place. I can't imagine living anywhere else. Last 3 years here in Pasadena has been remarkable. Pasadena is such a special place. Um, the reason I chose the Mayfield Junior School community 3 years ago was really because of our mission. Our mission is so strong, and as a Catholic independent school, I think having a solid, strong mission that really focuses on the dignity of all. And the sisters who founded the school believed in that 90 years ago when the school was founded. So the mission really, really spoke to me. And as I said, I'm in my third year, so it's a little interesting that about 5, 6 months into my first year, the world kind of shut down with our pandemic. So for many people, I think they would say, wow, and I do get that. I get from parents and alums and colleagues, oh my gosh, what a terrible way to start at a community. And I have to tell you, it's made me fall in love more with this school because of the adversity we went through the last 2 years. The faculty staff here, our students and our parents are phenomenal. They really are. And I wouldn't have made it through those 2 years with no handbook of how to run a school during a pandemic and the whole thing. But the community really rallied, and they were very loving and trusting, and every reason why I chose this community really, really was highlighted over the most difficult times. I mean, we hear that all the time, right? People in communities, you really get to judge them most when it's the most challenging and the most difficult times, and it's been remarkable.
Well, I appreciate that. And I sense also there's some exciting times ahead for the school and some great it's a great vision and sort of for the future of the school, the program, the plant. So talk a little bit about kind of where you see the school headed. It just looks really awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Again, the best independent schools rely on their legacies and their traditions, and certainly it goes back to the mission, as I said earlier, and that's really important. But times change, and I think we also have learned a lot during the pandemic. Here in beautiful Southern California, where the weather is almost always great, during the pandemic, we had the kids outside more because it was certainly safer and healthier. And now we're like, why haven't we been outside more for more outdoor learning like forever? It made no sense. So we are looking for that. We have a wonderful master plan in place. We're finalizing with the city of Pasadena. We're lining up our early donors. There's a lot of excitement from our donor base, our past families, alumni, current families, prospective families. They want to be on board with this. And it's really what we're calling it is Learning Elevated, the campaign for the whole child. And part of our philosophy is that we do educate the whole child. And that means that academics are certainly very important. And we are a very strong academic school, but also the arts and PE and athletics, and certainly our religious, spiritual, moral education all hold the same value. So we're looking at refurbishing some buildings, but also putting up some new buildings over the next couple of years that will really transform our campus and meet the needs of the whole child. And to me, that's really exciting. And again, I think coming through the pandemic, people want to be involved. They want to be supportive. They're excited about the future. And I hope you can hear from me. I'm super excited about the future of Mayfield Junior School.
I can definitely tell. And you mentioned involvement. I think as we look to help you hire for an amazing director of finance, this person will themselves be heavily involved. I can imagine just in terms of project management, financing, et cetera. But give me a sense of kind of how you see this person playing a role, and as we wrap up, kind of what you're looking for hopefully that person brings to the table to help the school achieve this amazing vision.
Yeah. If I learned anything in almost 35 years as an educator and a head of school for the past 12 years, it's that I feel like I'm strategic, and that's important to me. And I think thinking ahead, I think it's one of the things we've learned again as reacting to the pandemic, and something our parents have talked about. What they liked about us, there wasn't a lot of peaks and valleys. And that's my kind of leadership. I do believe in distributive leadership and making sure that experts are in their positions and trusting those people to what they do. To me, community, no matter if it's a school, a business, whatever it is, it's about relationships. And I think that's really important in making sure that uh, having open and honest communication and relationships and having the strategy, but also those structures in place. And it's something that I've really worked hard on here for the last 3 school years, is to really put those structures in place. We have a wonderful leadership team that's made up of our division directors, our director of finance, as well as director of marketing, director of advancement, director of enrollment, director of technology, director of facilities. It's a wonderful leadership team, passionate, educated educators who see the importance of our mission and see the big picture. We try to keep everybody out of silos. We work together. We meet constantly and have a set meeting agenda that we really follow up on things and help each other. Part of the meeting that I set up is there's a moment where it's basically, I have a problem. I want to take it to this group and get some other ideas. And maybe nobody, maybe somebody's not an expert in finance or in enrollment or facilities, but they might see things a little differently, think of things a little differently. And I love that. And we just kind of share. So to me, again, bottom line, really all about relationships and finding the right fit. You got to believe in our mission as a school, and you have to want to be part of a loving, joyful community.
Well, as someone who stepped on your campus a few weeks ago, I can attest it is a wonderful, lovely, and joyful community, and excited to work with you on this search. And really thank you for your time today, Joe.
Thank you so much, Gabe. Appreciate it.